סתם מתרגש ולכן נתקע.
Чуть суше, чем. Я имею в виду. Они же натирали сейчас.
מה מבינה?
Оно даже суше, чем. На каждой дорожке. Просто оно суше даже, чем раунд-робин, наверное.
מה?
Взял друг. А что? В этой линии надо играть Рекс.
All right, we are live at the 49th QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup in Krasnoyarsk, Russia. It is our men's semifinal match. Alexei Parshikov of Russia taking on Or Aviram of Israel in our semifinal. The Russian starts off big with a strike. I'm Lucas Wiseman of Bowl TV. Thank you very much for joining us as we get started with our men's semifinal. Best 2 out of 3 to determine who will take on Guy Kaminsky of South Africa for the title in the championship match. Aviram starts off almost with a split there, leaves just the 4-pin. Again, best 2 out of 3 to determine the winner. And Aviram starts with a spare. Ooh, a 3-6-7-10 lead for the Russian. So a split early on. A lot of pressure on the Russian. He is representing his country in the World Cup on its home turf. Oh, and a split conversion delights the crowd. Clearly the crowd favorite. Has been all week long. Aviram leaves a 10 pin. So he's down by 1 with the spare. So 2 frames in, and it is a 1-pin match. Might notice a little faster pace of play than what we saw in the women's competition a little bit earlier. They're going to not do the match play style this time. I'm not sure how much quicker that's actually going to be, but that is what they've elected to do. Parshikov ready to go here, 3rd frame. That comes up light, leaves a 2-4-8 on that shot. Please take a moment to share the link for the live streaming on Facebook and Twitter and let everybody know that we are live here on Bold TV from Krasnoyarsk, Russia, where the home country favorite is bowling in the semifinal against Or Aviram of Israel. Here's Or sitting on the bench, took a 2-pin lead on after the count by the Russian. So it's a 2-pin lead for Or after 3 frames. Nice shot there by Parshikov. No doubles yet in this match. Early on, both players trying to get settled in here. Big crowd here for the men's championship round. Had a big crowd for the women's championship round as well. Caroline Lagrange of Canada came through with the gold medal, the World Cup title. Spare's good for Aviram. Still up by 2 after 4 frames. Again, the winner will take on Guy Kaminsky of South Africa in the championship match. Parshikov a chance to take the lead back here in the 5th. With a strike, he can go up by 8. And he does. Messenger comes across and does not take out the 10. A little quick on the camera pull away there, but it did not strike. But you can see a little bit longer look at it on the replay here. It definitely did not go, though. It was close, but did not go. And Aviram shooting the spare now. Covers it up, but he is down by 9 pins now. Russian going for 3 strikes in a row here. Oh, almost a 7-10. 7 goes a little bit late. The 10 doesn't go at all. And it'll be a spare shot coming up here for Parshikov. Covers it up. No problem on the spare, still leading by 8. Aviram, 6th frame. Israeli puts it in the pocket. Still down 8. Game 1 of this best of 3 semifinal match. Wow, that was way right, and he leaves the 210. That ball was significantly to the right of target. And it's an open frame, so Aviram takes the lead in the match. 5-pin lead for the Israeli. Oh wow, Aviram almost left the 210 himself. Lucky to get the 2 out there. Oh. 210 again, back to back. So So back-to-back opens for Parshikov. Great shot by Aviram. And he's got a sizable lead here. 16-pin lead. He can actually make it 26 if he strikes again in the 9th, but we've changed the pace of play from what we had in the women's. Instead of each player bowling 2 frames, now it's they alternate frames instead. Wow, Parshikov almost left another 210. And he leaves just the 10 pin on that one. Looks awfully confused, doesn't he? QubicaAMF has all kinds of great products for bowling centers, including many of the ones you're seeing on display here. You can see Lane Machine in the background. Of course, a great installation here in this bowling center in Krasnoyarsk, Russia. Just beautiful equipment all the way around. Went back and saw the pin setters in the back. They are fantastic. Everything running absolutely flawlessly on this QubicaAMF equipment. So if you want more information on QubicaAMF, go to QubicaAMF.com. Aviram, a chance to extend the lead, and he does. A double on the board for the Israeli. And he has pushed his lead up to 26 pins. And it's definitely Aviram's game to lose at this point. 10th frame time. Parshikov can only shoot 192. Or is well on pace to beat that. Messenger comes across in front of the 10. So Aviram is definitely going to win this game.
Пока рано.
Gets the first one in the 10th. And a gutter on the fill for Aviram. I'm sorry, for Parshikov. But it doesn't matter. Just got it too far right. Chucks it in the channel. Shoots 171. Aviram going to get to well over 200 this game. Man, a washout. Haven't seen many washouts this week on this pattern. So you heard the announcer say The final score, 213-171. Aviram wins game 1. Best of 3 semifinal. So we start game 2. Parshikov kicks things off with a strike. You can hear the crowd trying to draw him in a little bit here and get it going. They are trying to give him a little bit of a push here. First frame for Aviram. Oh, trips out the 4 for the strike. And a courtesy clap from the mostly Russian cheering crowd. Little love on the 10. It looks like it may have gone. They cut from the shot too early again, so we didn't get to see it. And it looks like they're going to have to make a score correction. There it goes. Yep, see it on the replay. That was a nice look inside the pin deck, the pin setter there.
Чуть матовый, он плавненький.
Aviram looking for a double to start this game, and he does. Back-to-back strikes for the Israeli. Just have a bad vibe for the Russian here. It just doesn't feel like he can win this thing. Aviram's bowling well, and Parshikov has struggled a bit here with carry. And now he misses the single pin. Maybe some nerves. Bowling in front of the home country crowd, not sure. It's a lot of pressure. As he steps up and pulls it, misses the 10 pin. So Aviram in the driver's seat here in game 2.
Said.
So Orr with the open still leads by looks like 8 pins. So still an 8-pin lead for the Israeli here as we are wrapping up the 4th frame of game 2. Aviram won game 1, 213, 171. So Parshikov in a must-win situation in this game. Strike here would give him the lead. And, wow, look at that 10-pin going. Back and forth, it doesn't go over. Had a messenger come across and everything. That was a tough break. Watch the head pin come dancing across. Something else caught a piece of the 10, though. The head pin never caught it. He just missed the 10 pin on this lane 2 frames ago, so let's see if he can make it here. That looks a little better. Covers it up. And Orr mixes him up for a strike. So 5 frames completed here in game 2, and Aviram still leading by 8 pins. So Parshikov needs to get something going here. That was a shot of the owners of this great facility. Aviram, a chance for a double here to extend the lead to 18. Got it. Great shot.
что?
Parshikov with a 10 pin, and things just don't seem to be going his way in this semifinal match. Abiram can really put this thing away if he keeps striking, and he does right there. And he's up more than 30 pins. Parshikov trying to hang in there. Tosses a strike in the 8th. But he's in a lot of trouble, especially if Abiram steps up and throws another strike here. It's almost a 30-pin lead for Abiram. Oh, and he breaks it up and gets the split, leaves a pin on the deck, and trips out that 4 for a strike and 4 in a row. And it looks like Abiram's in great shape to advance here to take on Kaminsky of South Africa for the title. Oh, Parshikov hanging in there. He's trying. He throws a double finally. His max score is 218. Or Abiram's max score 255. So Parshikov is going to need some help here from Abiram. He wants to pull this thing off. Another strike, and that almost locks it up. Yeah, that locks it up for Abiram. He won't even need a mark in the 10th as Parshikov steps up here. Throws a strike. You can tell by the subdued crowd a little bit here. They know the situation. Pretty bowling savvy crowd here in Krasnoyarsk. But it was a great run this week for the Russian. He really delighted the crowd and had it quite an environment here at this bowling center in Krasnoyarsk. And it looks like He is going to come up empty. And there's a great sign. Has the Russian flag on the bowling ball and the Israeli flag on the bowling pins as the bowling ball crashes through it. Very creative sign. So it's going to be a third place finish for the Russian, Alexei Parshikov. He shoots .205. Crowd giving him a nice ovation here. Aviram, though, is going to advance to take on Guy Kaminsky of South Africa for the title. Open in the 10th. Doesn't matter. 220 to 205, or Aviram advances 2-0.
כן, תתחיל.
גדול. איזה יופי, תאמין לי. תותח.
אחורה.
כן.
נו מה? שני יהודים בגמר.
So they will do a re-oil here before the championship match. And it's going to be Israel's or Aviram against South Africa's Guy Kaminsky. They should get started pretty soon. Once they run the lanes, they'll bring him in for a few balls of practice, and then we should get started.
Can we get pins?
See? What happens by experience.
Yeah. Täältä se 2 nakkaa paljon.
Not up. Oh, more than I thought it would.
כן, בסדר. אוי, לא בסדר. זה היה ממש, לא רק בברייק, כל הדרך. תיקון יותר.
Just doing our practice here. Should be getting started with our championship match any moment. Looks like practice is over. All right, so here we go. Men's championship match. Or Aviram against Guy Kaminsky. And Orr will start the match. And he does so with a strike. So a quick start for the Israeli.
היה טיפה חלש מהיד שלי, אבל...
So here is our first official look at the South African, Guy Kaminsky. First frame. Best of 3 match, and Guy starts with a strike.
So nervous for Betty, remember the shot.
Double start for Aviram. Appreciate everybody tuning in for our men's championship match here on Bowl TV. I'm Lucas Wiseman of Bowl TV. We are live in Krasnoyarsk, Russia. The 49th QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup men's championship match in progress. Guy Kaminsky fires it in there in the 10. Wow, that was about as far tilted over as you can get without it actually falling over. Please take a moment to post the link to the live streaming on Facebook and Twitter and let everybody know that we've got this going on. Maybe there are some of your friends who are not aware that the live streaming is happening, so please spread the word. It's a best of 3 championship match. The winner will join Canada's Carolyn Lagrange as the winners of this year's World Cup titles. Or trying to stay perfect here through 3 frames. Oh, and the 10 falls. That's exactly what did not happen for Guy Kaminsky, but it does happen for Aviram, as the 10 falls very late. You can see the big reaction out of the Israeli. Great shot by Kaminsky. Aviram trying to stay perfect. And he is 4 for 4 to start this title match. Guy with back-to-back strikes now. He is down by 20 after 4 frames.
Same place.
Little light hit does not carry the 7. So the string of strikes ends for Aviram.
Епас.
Great shot by the South African, 3 in a row. And I believe that Guy is only down by 9 now. So a high-scoring first game here in this match. This guy Kaminsky will close out the 6th frame for us. Another strike, 4 in a row. And Guy Kaminsky has taken a 1-pin lead. Messenger comes across and takes out the 10 for the double. Watch the head pin dance across the deck and take out the 10.
מעניין, כי זאת הייתה כתבה מאוד מאוד אהבתי אותה. כן, גם אני. למי יש לי שואלים קצת?
Guy Kaminsky working on 4 in a row. Chance to take back the lead with a strike here.
Oh, push.
Gets it done. So now 5 strikes in a row for Guy Kaminsky. And a 1-pin lead for the South African. With 3 frames to go here in game 1. Please take a moment to follow QubicaAMF on Twitter at QubicaAMF. You can also follow me on Twitter at Lucas_Wiseman. As Orr throws another strike.
זהו, מסיים. זהו, מסיים. כתומה או ורודה? כתומה או ורודה?
So these guys have just been alternating back and forth here, and Guy is going to back off. The crowd gives him a little encouragement. Orr took a 9-pin lead with that strike in the 8th, but Guy can take the lead back with another strike. That's a strike fest right now, isn't it?
Bigger and bigger things to worry about, but also that.
Aviram can strike out in the 9th and 10th for 279 and be trailing. And lose because Guy Kaminsky can shoot 280. This is a very high-scoring match. But another strike there in the 9th for Aviram, and he takes a 9-pin lead back.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow, that was a tough break. A 410 on that shot. I thought it was going to be just a 4-pin, but somehow the 10 stayed up. So that's a terrible break for Guy Kaminsky here in the 9th, and he is in big trouble. And an open frame in the 9th for Kaminsky. So now his max 246. And that means that Aviram is virtually assured the win here in game 1. Strike there, that guarantees the win for Aviram here in game number 1. Best of 3 match. So Orr is going to be 1 win away from claiming the World Cup, and Guy is going to have his back against the wall here. It's going to be a game in the 270s for Aviram. Heck of a first match here. It's going to be 279 to 246. Highest scoring match we've seen here in the finals. More representative of what we've seen all week with the high scores. 279 for Orr. So Aviram 279, Guy Kaminsky 245 as we head to game 2. So again, if Aviram wins this game, he wins the title. If Guy Kaminsky wins this game, we go to a third game. And Guy off to a good start with a strike. Or showing no signs of letting up here, as he tosses a strike to begin this game after shooting 279 in the first game. Back-to-back strikes to start game 2 for Guy Kaminsky.
Ready?
Well, there's a 2-8-10 for Aviram. The 8-pin slid a little bit to the right, which I'm not sure that helps him or hurts him in shooting this. I think that you go for the 2 here. And he does. He takes the 2. The score is wrong, but it doesn't matter. It adds up to be the same. I'm sure they'll fix it, though. Since the scoring mistake came on the strike, it doesn't impact it at all, but we'll see if they correct it. But it's good news for Guy Kaminsky. He's now got a little bit of breathing room. And 3 in a row for Guy. They did correct the score, by the way.
Oh, that made it back.
Okay, good shot.
10 pin for Aviram. 32-pin lead for Guy Kaminsky after 3 frames here in Game 2. And now the front 4 for the South African. Uh, 4-10 split. We saw that last game from
Ach, ist er mit
Guy Kaminsky.
Ja,
This game is shaping up to be a bit of a problem game here for Or Aviram. So another open frame on that right lane for Or.
גם שם הוא חלש.
Another strike for Guy Kaminsky, 5 in a row. You're watching live coverage of the 49th QubicaAMF Bowling World Cup from Krasnoyarsk, Russia. I'm Lucas Wiseman of Bowl TV. Thank you for joining us. This is our championship match in the men's division. Or Aviram of Israel leading 1-0 on Guy Kaminsky of South Africa after the first game, but Guy Kaminsky is mounting a comeback here in Game 2, trying to force a third and deciding game. Now 6 in a row for Guy. So this game looks like it's going to be a blowout at this rate. Aviram has left a couple of splits in a row on this lane, and that one goes through the face and leaves at 3-6, 9-10. Another high flush strike for Guy Kaminsky. He's got the front 7 now. Or with a little love tap on the 7 for a strike for him in the 7th frame.
Ja, fan, kan det finnas.
Let's see if Guy Kaminsky can make it 8 strikes in a row.
Ah, no, man.
And he cannot. A 7 count. The 2, 4, 8 ends the string of strikes at 7. But the damage has been done. And Guy Kaminsky is in great shape to win game 2 and force a 3rd game. Covers up the spare with no problem.
Quite stuck there.
The max score that Aviram can get this game is 214, and Guy is already just about past that. On this shot, he will pass that threshold and mathematically win the game. Oh, wow, that was a terrible shot. Brooklyn crossover. He'll take it, but those are not the kind of shots you want to be making, especially when you got a game to go and you got to try to get comfortable and stayed lined up for game 3. But we will have a game 3 coming up. Or maybe is lined up now again. Had a rough patch there for the first 6 frames of this game.
Siema.
Poking early now.
Another strike for Guy Kaminsky. Guarantees him a game in the 260s. And Guy will easily win game 2. And we will have a deciding game 3 here.
Uff, uff. אני רואה כזה אחד עם...
All right, so 277-214 final score. Guy Kaminsky wins game 2, and we are tied at 1 game apiece.
לא, טוב, שכנעת אותי. הוא בכור.
So here we go, game 3 getting started, or Aviram starts it off with a strike. Kaminsky leaves a 10-pin first shot here this game. By the way, I can't take credit for all of the cameras that we've got for you here in the camera work. It's the Russian TV that is set up in here to broadcast the event. They've allowed us generously to tap into their feed, which is much better quality than what we normally do. So our thanks to them for letting us tap into their stream. And Orr starts with a double, takes an early 10-pin lead.
Look, is that?
Strike in the second for Guy, down by 10 after 2 frames. So we've got 8 to go here at this year's World Cup, and we will know our men's champion. I'm trying to stay perfect, and is the 10 going to go? No.
Okay. באמת.
aveva che fatto niente.
Guy was looking for a double there. Instead, he leaves at 2-4. And with the spare, he's down by 9.
That was bad. Sorry.
Well, we've got 7 frames to go in the championship match. Or Aviram leads by 9. All tied up at 1 game apiece in the best of 3 format. That was not a very good shot by Guy. Leaves it 3-6, 9-10. Pulls it through the face. Difficult spare, but he gets it done. But it's now a 13-pin lead for Aviram. And he can strike here in the 5th to extend it to 23. There it is. It's a double, and the lead has been extended to 23 as we are near the halfway point of the final and deciding game here. And Guy Kaminsky's in some trouble. An open frame, and this is shaping up to be Aviram's World Cup to take. Another strike here would be huge. Kaminsky only has 80 in the 5th. The strike here would put Aviram up 39. And he's got it. The Israeli is in great shape. There's a look at Ron Wood, Vice President, QubicaAMF. Thank you to Ron and the staff. A great tournament here this year. well run as always, and a fantastic event. Everybody's looking forward to the 50th World Cup next year. Can only imagine what is in store for us next year for the 50th QubicaAMF World Cup. Guy makes the spare, but he is just not having a great game here in this deciding game. Chance for 4 strikes in a row. And he's got it. Or Abiram up big now. 49 pin lead. Oh, and a wicked 10 pin there for Guy Kaminsky. I think Guy realizes that this is just about over here. Or Abiram is on his way to hoisting the cup, but he'll have to wait a couple of more frames before he can celebrate. He is well ahead here in the deciding game. Just a matter of what the final score is going to be here. Kaminsky bowled really well up until this game. 245 and a 277. Just lost it here. And that was an awkward open frame there. And that guarantees that Abiram is your winner.
Oh my, let's get out of here. There's no point.
Guy's just going to get up and try to get out of the way here. That was a strike. It'll be a disappointing loss for Guy Kaminsky, but he bowled great all week. As did Orr. Orr had 2 300s this week. And he's going to take the title. A little messenger action for Guy Kaminsky. Those are always fun to see, but you hate seeing those at this point in the match when it's over.
Yeah, go ahead. We enjoyed it. It's never happened before.
This won't happen often enough. Soak it up. Let me get out the way.
Okay, to the front of my car. Just be
Isn't that the way it always happens? You always strike when it doesn't matter anymore. Great week for Guy Kaminsky. He's going to finish second, 182 here in the deciding game. And one more frame to go in this year's World Cup. And Orr asks for the crowd to cheer as he does a victory lap here with a strike. And Aviram is your World Cup champion. Another strike for the Israeli. And one more shot to go. Disappointment for Guy Kaminsky. Elation for Orr Aviram. Here's the final ball. And it's a strike. Orr Aviram is your World Cup champion for the men. .258 to 182, your final score. Orr Aviram hoists the World Cup. What a win for the Israeli. He wins 2-1 over Guy Kaminsky, 279 to 245. He lost game 2, 277 to 214, and comes back to win the decider, 258 to 182. So congratulations to Orr as he picks up the win here.
Hey, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What a great performance. The Russian, Parshikov, finishes third. Guy Kaminsky had a great tournament, but comes up short, taking second place. But it was Orr Aviram. There he is, taking home the title and the World Cup to Israel. Congratulations to the Israeli on a fantastic victory here. Thank you very much to everybody here at QubicaAMF and to those who helped make this production possible. I'm Lucas Wiseman of Bowl TV. That is all from Krasnoyarsk, Russia. It has been a true pleasure to bring you this live streaming all week long. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all for now. See you next time.